I wanted to do a follow-up on my video for gang stalking. I've been doing more research into this topic, and what I want people to understand, this is the problem I think that a lot of, quote, targeted individuals have. What people need to understand is this is not taking place by reptilians or extraterrestrials or things of that nature. I think what happens in most gang stalking situations is these groups of people target people that are on the brink of psychosis, which is funny because I do have mental health problems related to anxiety, PTSD, and a lot of things that make my life very difficult. But I'm not psychotic and I'm not delusional. And that's the thing is, regardless of how hard the people on the that are doing what they're doing in the comments sections of my videos and harassing me in life, regardless of what they do, it's not enough to make me paranoid, and it's not enough to make me afraid, because I know that if I'm physically confronted, whoever's physically confronting me is probably going to have a hard time. And I'm not saying that because I'm looking for physical violence or anything like that. I'm not. But the thing is, that's why I think I'm unique in this situation. I also don't fall for conspiracy nonsense, especially things that involve extraterrestrials and cults and crap like that, because 9 times out of 10 it's baloney. And that's the thing is, what people need to look for, what I noticed with the people that were harassing me online are key things. One, things that happened with my job. It always went back to my job. Things that focused on my mental health. I was hospitalized a lot as a youth, which the people, see, the thing is, I worked at the mental health agency that used to provide services to me as a youth. So the people that work there actually have access to my mental health record. So I noticed a lot of things were geared toward my mental health record, my childhood record, things of that nature. Okay, now the reason that this thing revolved around my friend from Argentina is because I really don't give a crap about anything. And these people realized that they found something that I cared about. And they tried to use that to destroy me, but the problem is, what they don't understand is, my life has been destroyed for many, 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 many decades now. Probably from the time I was born, I haven't had much of a life. Now, the thing is, that's what people that consider themselves targeted individuals need to be looking for. They need to be looking for these things that can be traced to who did they offend. I offended that organization. I offended that organization by the things that I said, the truth that I said about how they abuse their basically their stance in society, their way they abuse the fact that the federal government entrusts them with a lot of money to help the homeless people, and it's squandered. And there are certain people that work there. It's very great with nepotism. These are things I did to offend the people at that organization. And this is why the people at that organization are doing what they're doing. How did they gather information on my friend in Argentina? I don't know. That could be any number of ways, but $1,000 goes a pretty long way in Argentina, so I wouldn't put that out of the question. My point is that in order for people to take people seriously, they need to grab a hold of reality and stop thinking in terms of reptilian overlords and alien conspiracies and government conspiracies. The truth is, with government conspiracies, most people, including me, are not important enough for governments to worry about them. Now, I have danced on the fence a little bit, in the sense that my support of David Duke and my support of National Socialism, very publicly, I've received death threats from people claiming to be Israeli soldiers and all this other stuff. And I wouldn't put it past anything that certain Israeli citizens did not like me very much. However, who's doing the gang stalking? Who's doing the actual harassing of me? I know very well who that is. And they need to understand that, and they need to understand the IRS knows who they are too, and the IRS knows about the 990, And, there's a lot of things going on there, and there's a lot of former clients there that know about that place and who the people are there. And there's a lot of former employees that worked there that know who that place is and what they're up to. So my point is for other people, you need to try and focus on that. Now, do I discount the fact that there are groups of people that probably just do this to screw with people for fun? No. When I supported Donald Trump in 2015 to 2016, when I was on the internet, the alt-right, essentially what the alt-right was an internet presence of teenaged angst. And a lot of teenagers would, basically it's the fruity version of a skinhead gang. It takes place in cyberspace, and what they would do is they would mob people that disagreed with Trump until they couldn't take it anymore and they would go offline. Now, I didn't do that because I'm not, 16, 17 years old, and I wasn't at the time. But that's what it mostly was. It was mostly kids. Do I put that past the fact that there's adults like that? No, because where I used to work, that's how the adults acted. Adults with master's degrees and PsyDs and PhDs acted like little children. So do I put that past? No, I don't put it past the fact that most people that this happens to probably won't be able to figure out who's doing it to them, because probably there's a lack of connection between the people doing this to them and themselves in real life. There's a degree of disconnection. But I also think it's important that people understand a lot of this gang stalking stuff, it seems to revolve around false accusations of pedophilia, false accusations of homosexuality, false accusations of degeneracy, things of that nature. And I mean, I'm going to kind of end this video by saying, Eliana, I'm very sorry about everything I said. I was put under a lot of stress by these people. I'm sorry some things came out the way they did. I apologize to your family. I really do genuinely apologize to you if you don't want to see me, and I don't think you do, and that's fine. As I said the whole time, that's fine. I just never wanted to give up on the chance of seeing you and being your friend. That's the honest truth, and I'm not coming down there to see you. The only reason I'm coming down to Argentina is I really can't do much else, and I already know what I'm doing in Argentina and where I'm going and what things cost and things of that nature. So that's why I have to come down. So the thing was with the gang stalking, and why they used this person against me, was because they knew I did care about her. And that's why they used her against me to the point that they did. And that's all for this video. I really do think, though, that the quote, targeted individual community needs to reevaluate some of the things they think. This is obviously something that has arisen organically, and the people doing this are doing this either out of spite, out of hatred, or just for fun. It's not the government, it's not reptilians, it's not the men in black, it's not the FBI. Although in some cases, yes. If somebody is a criminal, yes, I do not put it past, the fact that, yes, the FBI or the CIA or whoever might be looking into them because they might be a person of interest in something. I know I'm not a person of interest to my government, or at least I don't think I am, but who knows, Trump did declare war on white people, so maybe I am.